If you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go on do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. Trade and commerce practice are considered an ever evolving process. With the growing technology, we must fill the gap, and then is exactly the topic for the day. Good afternoon to everyone present here. Welcome to another engaging session. We have a wonderful topic that will engage everyone to the edge of the seat. This is by far the most trending topic in the international conference. Today, we have a guest who will throw light on robotics and automation. But first, I'd like to invite Dr. J. Christopher, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Christopher, sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the second session of the International Conference. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for joining this third 2 days international conference on virtual inclination of commerce and management in the arena of Industry 5.0 PROAC Meet 2022. I feel honored to welcome the TSR Kannayan sir, founder and chairman, Hindustan Educational and Charitable Trust. I am happy to welcome our managing trustee, Tirumadi Saraswati Kannayan, for encouraging us to conduct this program. I feel honored to welcome our secretary and executive trustee, Dr. Priya Satish Prabhu ma'am, for this event. I feel honored to welcome our principal, Dr. A. Ponnuswamy, Hindustan College of Arts and Science, for encouraging us to conduct these events. I am happy to welcome Dr. M. Nirmala, Professor and Head of the Department, BCom, PA and DAF. On behalf of this institution and department, I welcome the chief guest of the day, Dr. V. Muthuruban, Associate Professor, School of Law, Christ University, Bangalore. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming over for the conference in your busy schedule. This session of the conference will focus on the topic of robotics and automation. It aims to address the various aspects of robotics and automation. Last but not the least, I welcome all the students, staff, and research scholars and other participants from our college and other colleges. Once again, I welcome you all. Have a great session. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher, sir. It's time to hand over the stage to our guest. Sir is an explorer, a quest seeker would be the best word to describe him. Sir has visited 6 Hong Kong universities to learn their best practices. He has conducted around 40 programs in 10 or more institutions while giving guest lectures even during the pandemic time, imparting the knowledge to the students. He had many responsibilities as an eminent panelist for St. John's Medical College in 2004 and is holding an additional responsibility of Holistic Educational Development Coordinator in Christ University. Sir is a subject matter expert in marketing management, cost accounting, financial management, general management, and international business too. He is Dr. V. Muthuruban, sir. Sir, you may take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Is my screen visible to you people? Is it full screen or not full
Yes,
screen? Please let me
yes,
know.
it is visible, sir.
Is it full
It's clear.
screen? Shall
Yes,
I
sir,
make
it
it
is.
full screen?
It is already full screen, sir.
It's already full screen. Fine,
It's clear.
fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Um, a very happy afternoon to all the participants at this third 2 day international conference on virtual inclination of commerce management in the arena of Industry 5.0. My salutations and sincere greetings to you from Namma Bengaluru to you people who are online. Let me start the session by just giving you an introduction on what exactly do we mean by industry 4.0. Okay, what do you mean by industry 4.0? Anybody can give me an answer for industry 4.0, please? Anybody knows any answer? You can unmute and speak to me also. What is industry 4.0? What do you mean by Industry 4.0? Anybody from the audience? Yeah, you can use the chat box, or you can unmute and speak to me, because I cannot touch into 5.0 without you people knowing what is 4.0. So any answers? Anybody would like to say what is Industry 4.0? I'm not getting any answers from the chat box or from the audience. Are you able to connect with me? What is Industry 4.0? Yeah, no guesses. Anybody can guess, since you cannot have 5.0 without 4.0, right? There needs to be a bridge. There needs to be a analysis of what happened in 4.0 and why are we moving to 5.0. Okay, since there is no response much, I feel that I will continue with my presentation over here and then later share it. Okay, now if you look at the first industrial revolution, which happened in 1784, it happened in the weaving sector. And Coimbatore being the Manchester of the South in India, I need not tell you about looms and ginning machines, spinning machines. It happened in Germany. Please understand that. Today, if you talk about technology, the number one engineering is German engineering. So in 1974, this mechanical weaving loom came into the picture over there for the production of the so-called spinning and everything of cotton, and it was based upon water and steam power. Now, the second industrial revolution happened with Henry Ford. He was trying to produce the Ford motors, and there we have the chain system, the chain and the pulley system. So it was for mass production, because when Ford started producing cars, it took almost 3 hours for him to produce one car. And he said, this is not the way I go about. I need to manufacture on a large scale. And so he came up with the assembly line, the chain and the pulley system. Then we later moved almost 40 years, okay, apart from that revolution was the third industrial revolution, wherein we used programmable logic controller. We started using electronics and information technology for automation of production over there. So you have a system to ensure whether everything is going as per the plan, everything is checked, okay, and we started using electronic items for that, and for the, okay, so-called automation of the, and we started doing information, okay, technology for the IT. The fourth revolution in 2014 is about real-time self-optimizing connected systems. So with your mobile phone, you use something to operate, right? You can operate with your mobile phone. Right now, your mobile phone has substituted so many things. It has substituted your torchlight. It has substituted, right, okay, your camera, because you have an inbuilt camera over there. And look at the gap over there. Can you see the gap? From 1784 to 1923, 1923 to 1969, from 1969 to 2014, and right now within 6 years, we are now talking about Industry 5.0, right? So it's very interesting to know what was the changes which happened in the last century is much less than what changes is happening right now within this 20 years. I'm talking about, when I say 20 years, from 2002 to 2022, the major changes has happened within this 20 years, right? So we have, okay, new products and means of producing existing ones, and then we have disruption in the competitive status between countries and enterprises, and so there is a new requirement to learn for the workforce and new infrastructure which is coming in, right? Okay, now what has that to do for us? As you students are exposed to this 4.0, you would get a new experience. You already have a new experience with your mobile phone, which has also substituted your TV over there. Your mobile phone is your remote control for your TV, right? You have the ability to understand the new changes which happens. You're broad-minded to accept it. There is a scope for growth for you. You can have advanced training. You can have knowledge based education based upon the skills which you have, your competency increases, and you're ready to take up the training to pitch into that particular level over there. Now, having said that, I'm just dividing this world into a cyber world and a physical world. Now, we are still in 4.0. Please understand that. We are still in 4.0, and I have not moved anywhere else. We are still in 4.0. Now, you can look over there. On the physical world, I'm able to collaborate with robots. I'm able to collaborate with robots, and that is why cobotics, we virtually exist together. Autonomous vehicles, Tesla is coming up with a driverless car over there, automated driving over there, modularized production over there. You have no people, okay, to stand in the production unit except a supervisor who sees everything is going on. Multi operations machine, a single machine doing a multiple functions, smart storage bin, logistics, self-diagnosing, smartphones, unitary parts tracking. Now I'll tell you what is that unitary parts tracking. Very similar to your bus travel. When you book a bus ticket, along with that they give a tracking, okay, something like a link, so you'll know where the bus exactly is, right? And in the same manner, when Swiggy or Zomato comes to deliver you, you can see that real-time tracking over there. Okay, where is he? How many minutes is he going to reach and everything? And on the left side, if you see, you have a cyber world, which you cannot see, but is existing over there. So you have something known as a self-learning robotics, you have self-optimizing systems, interconnection with external parts, you have augmented reality, industrial big data, virtual work, paper work preparation, predictive maintenance, all this is there. And then you can see the inner circle or the base technology. Everybody has a Wi-Fi? Yes. Everybody has an access to Wi-Fi? Yes. Right? And so we have in the production hardware, robotics, 3D printing, traditional machinery, automation equipment, storage of data, real-time access, virtual, biometric system. Nowhere people in factories go and sign to say that they are log in and log out. It is just a biometric system which reads and go. So we have the potential solutions which 4.0 industry gave us over here. Now, having said that, we'll move to what exactly is changing for companies. What is it that is changing for companies? So traditionally, they were rigid and manual. Now 4.0 changed it to agile and automated. Right? Okay. Product was standardized. Everybody gets a uniform product. And now you get a personalized and a customized product. When I say personalized, maybe you want your seat to be like this, maybe you want your tire to be like this, you want your seat color to be like this, okay, and so you personalize and customize over there. And then the scale of factory, large factories at centralized locations. Now you have small factories at decentralized locations over there. So there are many industrial units which come across, right? So it's not dependent upon one, but decentralized and given over there. Now, stock-based planning, dynamic and predictive. I was told that in Toyota, after the what do you call booking of the car is done, it is only then they manufacture the car. Look at the way they had to coordinate so well with supply chain management and everything. And we always talk about Toyota with JIT, just in time, where the stocks last only for 36 hours. After 36 hours, they have to once again, okay, what you call, get their stocks in. And the success matrix was low cost, high efficiency. And here we come to the finance part of this, high rate on capital employed, right? So you're able to make huge profits with your investments over there. Client relationship is low and indirect. Now here client relationship is high and direct over here. So this is what changed for the companies with 4.0. Now, having said that, I'll get to what were the benefits. Now, in 4.4, there was cost optimization, manpower was reduced, there was a boost of labor productivity, right? There was new opportunities which came in, adapting to the changing demographics, customer demands, mass customization, identify new values. Okay, there was so much of improvement in the visibility and the quality of the products, and the variability of the operations were reduced. Remote monitoring, that's the best part of it. You need not be in your office, but you were able to monitor everything which was happening in your factory, right? A personal, okay, what you call presence was not required. A remote presence was more than sufficient to see. Just like how we have installed cameras, and through the cameras, we can see what is happening over there. That's it, right? I think even in Coimbatore and other cities, at the traffic signals, we have cameras placed. So we know which vehicle is jumping the signal, which vehicle is following the traffic rules, and which vehicle needs to be penalized over there, right? So you don't have a policeman over there. It is just a camera which works in replacement of a policeman, and there is greater efficiency over there because you're not paying anything for the camera, just supplying electricity over there. And a separate system is the data collected goes into a storage separately, and from where you do your so-called processes. Develop competent pressures on other companies. Yeah, it's a competitive world. Other companies have to raise up to the standard, and then derive benefits from government mandates and incentives. Uh, I think this is related to our solar energy also. You have a benefit when you have solar energy used in it. Now, look at this data over here. Now, this is something wherein worldwide, how have countries given initiatives for investment announcements, right? And you can see over there, all of them is from on euro millions. So the first country, okay, which has given a huge budget is made in China, 2025. They are given 2,200 euro millions as the budget, and it is going to be a success in China because we know that China does very good into infrastructure projects. I mean, you may look at some of the products as a very cheap Chinese product, but please understand that Chinese are very good in infrastructure. When I say very good in infrastructure, I'll give you an example. It took almost 3 months. It took 3 months for Chinese to just construct a bridge of 11 kilometers connecting two cities via the sea route. So there was a huge bridge which was constructed within 3 months, right? Okay, connecting 11 kilometers, and that was phenomenal. And we know at what rate we do construction of infrastructure in India. The next country which you see is USA, right? Advanced Manufacturing Partnership they have done. And next, Korea. Quite surprising to know Korea also has done it. India was nowhere in the picture over there. Though we said that we would have a campaign known as okay, Make in India campaign, but still we are not top ranking in that over there. So these countries have already given so much into the funding, and they're trying to make it possible over there, right? Now the next one is, I want somebody to tell me, okay, have you heard about the first 6 countries placed over here? There is a caption for them. Anybody can unmute and speak to me. There is a caption, there is something to do with these first 6 countries. Anybody knows that? The first 6 countries which you see on your screen, starting from Brazil to Korea. There's a terminology used for them, which McKinsey came up way back 5 years back. We were known as the BRIC nations. Please understand. Brazil, Russia, India, China, Korea, and then South Africa. We were known the BRICS nations over there, right? Okay, Korea is the latest entry into the BRIC nation. Now, what this is from the data of the International Federation of Robotics. What they tell is that you can see to what percentage is the robotic density in manufacturing, and where does India stand over here? In 2014, we are standing at this place over here, whereas Korea has already done so much, and you can see over there other countries are yet to pace up over there, which means these countries have intensified their manufacturing process doing robotics. Please understand it. Okay, involving with robotics, which means from a traditional labor intensive, they are moved to a capital intensive, right? They are moved to a capital intensive, and so they are having an advancement in their economy. They are having an advancement and edge over the mass scale of production and everything, right? Okay. Now, if you look at this statistics over here, look at this. The number of patents related to the industry over there. Number of patents. This is where India is also lagging in the number of patents. So you can see the graph of industrial robots additive manufacturing, consultation, regulating, transmission of digital technology. So these are the four parameters on which we have patents. So USA is ranking number one, China next, Japan, Germany, Korea, and India is yet to do much with the patent thing. Please understand that. There is still scope for India to do a lot of research into this patent work, into this manufacturing work. I'm sure that one day we could also edge up, scale up to the level, at least to the extent of Korea. If people are broad minded to accept a change in the traditional method can be substituted with something else. Okay, now we come to the changes. What 4.0 gave us: automated production, big data, predictive maintenance, smart transport system, network supply chain, connected machines, 3D printing. When I say 3D printing, there is a big news which has been happening in Chennai. Around 4 or 5 of the IIT students have done a 3D printing of an house which is very affordable at a cost of 5 to 6 lakh rupees, right? 5 to 6 lakh rupees, good spacious for a family to live in, okay, which can be constructed within 3 months. Please understand that the 3D printing will help you, and it is affordable. Maximum would be 5 to 6 lakh rupees, and it's happening in Chennai over there. So you have this, okay, changes which is happening in our industry, which is going to go a very good way. Now, before I go to the next slide, let me play you a video. If you can see this video, please let me know. If not, you have to stop me in between and say we cannot see this video.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Is we can see the video, but it is in slide mode, sir. So can you make it in presentation mode?
Okay. Presentation mode. How do I make it? Give me a second.
You can give F5.
F5. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
No. Can you see it now?
It's still the same, sir. It's not visible. Actually, yes.
1 minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not able to completely see the video or something like that?
Sir, it's fully blank, sir.
It's fully blank. Okay, let me see.
Yes.
Yes. Can you see the full screen now, right now? Can you see the full screen right now?
No, sir. It's still the same.
Still the same. How is it? Give me a second.
Sir, we can see the screen. Can you just play it, sir?
I think you can see it now. Okay. I think you are able to see the video. Am I right, Sharanya ma'am? You are able to hear the
Yes,
video?
sir. Yes,
So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what you saw in that video is still 4.0, right? All this which help into 4.0 help the manufacturing process in a better manner, and everything is still 4.0. We are not yet coming to 5.0. Now look at this 4.0 technological pillars. We are still with 4.0. Cloud computing, wherein you store everything in remote servers, as and when you need it, you take it. Mobile technologies, every mobile phone which you buy is already outdated. We have to update ourselves, and that's why your cell phone also time and again gives you a system update. Machine to machine interacting. Today my son takes my mobile phone and he switches on the floor cleaner over here. I have a Amazon floor cleaner. He just gives the command for it to clean over there. Whether we are in home or outside home, the floor cleaner comes, floor cleans, and then goes back for the charging over there. 3D printing, advanced robotics. I think in most of the nuclear plants, right? Advanced robotics is being used where it is a chemical component which could be hazardous to people and everything. Big data, TOI, Internet of Things, which is happening, and your referent technology, radio frequency identified, okay, technology. That is very similar to what you have in your FASTag, your car, right? Okay, you have a radio frequency identified technology wherein it is able to track your movement of your goods, cognitive computing, okay, and then your cyber security over here, right? So all that would be around 4.0. Now, looking at the next level of the, give me a second. Yes. The knowledge about ICT. What is ICT? Information Communications Technology, ability to work, technical know-how, and personal skills. So I've given a change in the color in the data. There's blue color and gray color. You can see over there, right? More focus is given for the first two, and the less focus is given to the remaining two, right? So technical know-how will just go away. Why? Because you need not know much about the machines, but only you should know the ability to work with that particular data over there. And it is necessary for you to look into ICT. That is the basic technological knowledge, ability to use and interact with computers, and understanding machine to machine communication. And that is the requirement of the hour. Now, having said that, we look at the so-called industry competency, right? What exactly is this industry competency as we looking up? We look at leadership competencies, job specific technical competencies, industry specific, right? Just like you have specialization, right? your marketing, HR, finance, right? You're a tax consultant. Like they're technical people. I'm into this robotics. I'm into animation. I'm into this cloud computing. I'm into this hardware. So industry specific technical competencies, professional competencies needed, academic competencies, skills, all of them, and your personal effectiveness competencies is very much the need of the hour. Having said all this, okay, we are going to look at how the machine learning will change the manufacturing. How machine learning will change the manufacturing over here. So when you look at machine learning changing the manufacturing, look at this video.
Tremendous changes over the years. Innovation has increased competition to cut margins razor thin. And despite all the technological gains, there's still much more that can be done. While manufacturers have streamlined operations, they still analyze data like it's 1985, with BI tools pulling reports from relational databases and dropping them into Excel or a fancy biz tool. And this is not to say there's anything wrong with that. Reporting will remain a critical part of the analytics workflow. But the next wave of innovation will come not from spreadsheets, but from machine learning and artificial intelligence. So let's look at two areas in manufacturing ripe for impact. Number one, procurement. With machine learning, you can go beyond forecasting, predict demand rather than react to it, and optimize your inventory in advance. Number two, assembly lines. Reduce downtime by predicting and preventing upcoming faults, even when you've never seen them before. Maximize production, minimize waste, and optimize operational efficiency, even beyond the manufacturing floor. The Spark Predict product by Spark Cognition can help in all of these areas, ingesting your sensor data, then applying algorithms to extract new meaning. So you will know when something might break, even if it's an issue that has never been seen before. Because the Spark Predict product uses unsupervised machine learning, so it knows when conditions are abnormal, regardless of any historical record of issues. When you combine these techniques with external data, say customer product reviews on a third-party site, the Spark Predict product can help you react in real time to needed product changes. And you don't need to be an expert data scientist to pull this off. With your existing IoT data and the Spark Predict product doing the heavy machine learning lifting, your SMEs and analysts will have the insights they need to make business-critical decisions. To learn more about how the Spark Predict product can improve production levels and drive higher revenue, contact Spark Cognition today.
Okay. So that is how the so-called industry will change, okay, very soon, and give an advantage in the manufacturing process. So I'm closing with 4.0. Scale, scope, complexity, and transformation was the lead given in 4.4. And now we come to, okay, our topic, which is here, okay, very relevant with the 5.0 industry, which is going to happen, the latest one. So this would look at priority to utilize efficiently workforce, right, of machines, people in a synergy environment. It goes back from virtual environment to real one, right? So 5.0, we are going to talk about optimization of resources, a synergy environment where everybody is very productive, very happy, and from a virtual environment to a real one, it would send it. So what could be leading in 5.0? In 5.0, right, you look at these things. 4.0 still has not scaled to cover significant percentage of marketing setups, right? We are not completely automated. So 5.0 will give us an edge to look at cost savings and capture the industry's imagination. Now, lights out factory is still rare for now. When you say lights out factory, it's all about robots doing the work over there, right? Just now you saw robots working over there, and we are going to see some more videos where you'll find out that machines only will interact and do the whole process over there. They are making more differences in manufacturing of many types of products in industry, in healthcare, right? Today, I need not tell you that robots are helping doctors in an operation. They are very precise, right? Precise, more precise than the human being. And I'll tell you, it is also dangerous. Around 5 years back, robots was used in the Maruti Suzuki plant in Gurgaon. and one of the worker happened to come in between the robot. The robot does not know the difference between a human being and a non-living thing and a living thing. So it was supposed to puncture holes in the aluminum sheet. It punctured a hole in that particular laborer and he died on the spot. One hand, we are talking about robots helping us. On the other hand, we also need to be careful about what could be the consequences. I need not tell you, you could have also watched in some of the movies which threw light on the disadvantages, right? So, what is this 5.0 going to give us? It's going to increase our life standard, right? The way our standard of living go. So, which means there would be an increased, what you call value base at each and every things which we do in healthcare, in travel, in food production, in education. It's going to be very creative, right? And high quality and custom made products. When you say custom made products, your preference is given an advantage, your preference is given a slot. They would manufacture a product which is custom made for you so that you look unique. The product which you use is very unique for you, and you have a status symbol saying that I have bought a product which is very unique for me. I ordered it, it was tailor made, and that is how I'm using it. Earlier it was mass production, right? And so we come to this one. Now, we come to the role of robots. Now only I'm coming to my topic here. Role of robots. Now, it was used way back since 1960s, right? When they were first introduced as what we call as 3.0. Okay. As technologies matured, companies using robots in other areas increase. That's it. So, which are the areas in which they started looking at robots? Maybe I looked at robots. The best I think tell you is that you go to your YouTube and type Amazon logistics. Just type Amazon logistics. You'll find a whole lot of robots working in that logistic unit over there, right? So only in 2006, robots started to be used outside the automotive industry, than inside. So till then, we were trying to use robots only into the automotive industry over there. Now, the role of robots, right? The role of robots, it is something to do with these D's over there, right? I'm doing the same work again and again, monotonous, it's dull. I need to do some dangerous work, so it's dangerous. And then I substitute the robot. It is a dirty job, oil or maybe dirt, something to do. The robot is there. Now, I give you some practical examples of what do you mean by dangerous. You're working in a chemical factory, and there could be something which is a human cannot touch and do, and it's very hazardous. You use a robot for that. That's it. When we had the tsunami in 2011 in Japan, the first time people were sent inside to switch off the what you call units which had come and hit by the tsunami, because it's a nuclear powered energy, and all the workers who went into the unit got exposed to the level of radiation and they died of cancer. And the next time the Japanese said, we are not going to send human beings inside, we'll send robots inside. Even now, to send people into space, China is thinking about sending robots into space so that they can do it. Manual scavenging, cleaning the what we call septic tanks, cleaning the, that's what we mean by dirty jobs. That can be done by a robot. Please understand that, right? Rather than to a man to get inside to clean and everything, you can get a robot cleaned, and it's very very cost effective, and you save human life. And I'm sorry to tell you that very soon wars will be fought keeping robots on both sides. There'll be no human soldiers, right? Robots fighting with each other. And we have precise technology to do that, wherein we substitute people with robots to run. So it's advantages as well as a little bit of concern also. Now looking at the so-called what you call role still furthermore, robots are machines. So you just have to feed them electricity. They will give the consistency of the product, quality production line, meeting demands. You just have to set, right? Tune it and keep it. That's it. It keeps working over there. Now today's comment is about the general data on paths and flows of artificial intelligence or old school data that can optimize over here. and we have a greater flexibility in using robots in many places, right? Today, when I go to a parking lot, the baton falls down and I look at, there's nobody over there. I myself take the parking lot and it opens. I come to pay it. I swipe my credit card and I come out in Bangalore. So I'm interacting only with a set of machines over there. And very soon they can just keep a robot as a substitute over there, right? And we are seeing in many movies also about how robots has actually helped in it. So we look at this concept of mass production to mass personalization. We were talking about the same product being produced across, whether it's 50,000, 1 lakh units, it's produced. But now we are looking at mass personalization with the introduce of robotic technology over there. And when I say that, let's look at this particular, okay, what you call video over here. Let me see whether I can play it. Yes. It's a car manufacturing one, production line. I think some of you would be going for industrial visits. If you go inside a factory, you can watch all this. This is about artificial intelligence used in production line. How you can personalize it. Okay, so you saw that video about using artificial intelligence in mass production. Okay, and it's very, very convenient for companies now to tell you what is your personalized need. We can get it catered to that. Now you can see this car over here. Any idea about what is this make of this car and what is the cost of this car, right? So buying a car in 1970s, 80s and 90s involved selecting, makeup, car dealership, showroom visits and all that put together, right? And now you need not go to a showroom to see a car. You can see it virtually on your mobile phone. You can feel the drive of the car. You need not buy a car. You can rent a car, feel it the car, how you drive it, and then choose about. This is an 18 crore worth car. Please understand, Maybach. Okay, 18 crores worth car, which is okay one of the costliest cars in the world. and even this can be tailor made for the specific reasons of the customer over there, right? So now the challenges which we see in the industry, the challenges which we see in the industry are something wherein, right, the legal issues, what could be the so-called legal issues which we see, and a driverless car going and hitting somebody, who's responsible for it? You name the passenger, the owner of the car, or the maker of the car. Aging society, right? Seniority, juniority, overproduction, overutilization of resources, lack of transparency, okay, in many process, application of raw tools, pretending good, doing evil, right? We all know that Swiggy and Zomato deliver food, but then there's nothing to substitute the home food, which is much, much far superior and healthier than the so-called hotel cooked food. So it looks as though it's going to solve our hunger, but actually we are doing a damage by always ordering from outside and having it over. And very much these robotics are dependent upon electricity and information technology, without which they cannot run. Today, you and I, the whole world will come to a standstill if the internet is cut. 3 weeks back, Google had a major slowdown, and there was a huge loss incurred across the globe, which you know that, okay? And general reluctance to change by these stakeholders, because there is always, okay, a reluctancy to change things. But the impact to industry, it could be good enough, right? Profitability of business, service and business models, new business models coming, increase of efficient productivity, IT security. Yes, you got to be cautious. If you're using, okay, what you call your app, if you're using your phone banking, net banking, you have to take the responsibility of being very careful, not going into unwanted messages or something like that. But that's a concern. Machine and human safety is also a concern. The impact, product life cycle increases a lot, right? Industry value change, environmental impact disease. People are looking at eco-friendly products, eco-friendly method of producing, less wastage. Workers' education, skill and involvement increase. Definitely. Today, all of you will scale up to the knowledge of going into this industry. You would say that, no, my knowledge is not sufficient. I need to have some more knowledge to go into the particular industry. And social economic factors would improve across. So you see over here, there are robots and surgery done. It is done for quality check. It's effective. It's error free. Now you have agile assembly and manufacturing robots. These are the 4 robots perspectives. Utmost quality, anthropometric hands, soft grippers. You have robotic training and learning, virtual platform, faster, quicker and nutshell. You have energy maintenance robots, which automatically go and clean something and do it on a regular basis, scaling down time, more efficient and safer over there, right? So all this would lead to a better environment for you. All this would lead to a better environment for you, no doubt about it. Now we look at this, okay, Industry 5.0. The core values would be like to promote talent, diversity, and empowerment, right? Today, if you're a skilled guy, knowing certain things about what I have spoken, you're empowered. You would definitely do well in the industry. It is agile, resilient, and flexible. Yes, uh, we teachers had to change our methodology of teaching to an online platform. And we had to do it, no the go. We had no other choice when the corona came and there was a lockdown, right? We were agile and flexible enough to immediately adapt to the change. And so, if there is a change in the technology, automatically we'll keep changing and going, no doubt about it. And it leads to actions on sustainability and respects the planet boundaries, something to do on environment, safety, and everything put together. Now, the major potential capabilities of robotics are in this manufacturing, agriculture, kitchen, household appliances, robotics. I think in Coimbatore you have a restaurant which robots come and serve the food for you instead of waiters, right? You have it in Chennai. Now it's slowly getting into other places wherein. Now, have you heard about kitchen? Kitchen being completely robotic, right? Kitchen being completely robotic. The automated industry had it, whereas you can just press a few buttons and automatically your food is prepared by robots. It's just a set of machines over there. If there is time, I'll try to play that particular video which is there with, okay, the presenter over there. Now, different robotic variants for Industry 4.0 employment grounds. This was already there. We had material handling robots, we had welding robots, we had pick up and place robots, we had miscellaneous application robots. All this was there existing. And the only thing is in 5.0, we are looking at a different level over here. We are trying to say that, hey, this need not be the areas only which robots can work. And mind you, in Bangalore, a teacher was substituted by a robot. Do you know that? You would have so got it on the WhatsApp and everything. The teacher was a robot who was made to tie a sari, okay, and go into the class and interact with the students, and was fed all the information. And the teacher went to the class, the robotic teacher went to the class and took the class, and that was a different experience for the students. They were interacting with machines rather than teachers, and that also gives to a question, will there be a loss of teaching professionals if these robots are going to do all this work over here? Of course, the human touch cannot be done. Now, you can look at the applications for complex jobs, smoother production, productivity and reliability, automation, right? Performing boring jobs. For all these, you can use robots. Of course, teaching is not a boring job. Learning is not a boring job as long as you are always waiting to learn something new, to interact, okay? And all these processes which you see over here can be done by the robotic industry in 5.0. So in 4.0, it was very much limited. In 5.0, they said, why can't we push it across to so many things? Today, you and I know about Amazon trying to do the drone delivery in India, right? There is also a drone taxi also, which is available for you, right? Okay, a lot of things. If there is a fire in a 10-story building, I send something which can fly up over there, put the camera, see, tell me what is happening over there, get the pictures of it so that based upon what is the fire intensity, I can ask my firemen to go up with equipments. Today in a war zones area, say example in Kashmir, always we get drones from Pakistan. They put the drone over there to see where we are, which position we are, so that they can target us. And we can also do the same thing to them. So drones, robots are used extensively for the good and for the bad of the reasons. Now, the 5.0 goals and technology enablers. So you have a physical world, you have a virtual world which we connect with human machine interaction and digital twins and simulation. Also, we have to take care of the economy to be profitable, scalable. Ecology has to be taken. We know about the carbon emission reduction in the so-called greenhouse gases, society challenges, human-centric approach. We also have to look at employment because major issue in India is about the inflation and the employment in India, right? So what will happen if we substitute everything with robots? What will happen with the employment? That is also a question mark. Now you look at these challenges over here, right? So you have social heterogeneity in terms of values and acceptance. You have interdisciplinary research, and okay, we can do a lot of collaboration with that. Today, I have my commerce faculty coordinating with my biosciences faculty to do something on seeding. Okay, something to do with planting of trees. You also have an integration of customers across value streams for small and medium size what you call enterprises over there. The challenges has to be met, and robotic solutions are there, right? Robotic solutions are there, and if you look at it very clearly, you will understand that the supply chain automation now runs with the robotic one, right? Leaps and bounds of advancements have happened with this, and we have a lot of issues. Now you can see this robot. Let me see whether I can play this to you. You can see this robot over here.
Robots, they're no longer a thing of dreams or some science fiction future. They're here, and they're driving a manufacturing revival that's creating jobs and making American factories stronger. Manufacturing today looks very different than it did 15, 20, or even 5 years ago. Shop floors are being transformed in what's being called the fourth industrial revolution. In 2018, about 38,000 industrial robots, up 15% from the previous year, marking 10 straight years of growth in robotic usage. Robots offer precision, speed, and repeatability. They make production faster, more flexible, and more efficient. They can reduce waste and costs, and now they're more widely available to small manufacturers. Rapid research and development have given rise to a new generation of industrial robots. They're more easily programmable. They have intuitive user interfaces, and they're equipped with sensors that allow them to better navigate the shop floor. Even with small production volumes and high product mixes, these collaborative robots are quickly programmed for different tasks. They safely work side by side with human coworkers and assist with monotonous, unpleasant, or dangerous tasks, which further improves the manufacturing workplace experience. In manufacturing, the competition is global and it's fierce. To win, you need to constantly optimize your processes and always remain ready to adopt new growth-accelerating technologies. Robotics is no longer a thing of the future. It's here today, and it can help you grow your business. How do you get started? Contact your local Manufacturing Extension Partnership, or MEP Center. They can help you implement new technology and sharpen your competitive edge.
Okay, fine. So we have the benefits of robotic solutions. You have goods to person technology, automated storage and revival system. That's what your Amazon does. Automated mobile robots moving around. Robotic arms helps in taking things, helps a doctor during operation. Precision and everything is the cut order. Now let's look at each one of them over here. Goods to person technology, okay, wherein you keep things at one place, and the pickup station where the operator is responsible for filing the discrete order. So the machine keeps moving over there and it helps you to take the correct goods at a time. Now, automated solution is what we see over here in e-commerce, third party, retail, FMCG, right? All these sectors use automated solutions over there. Whether it is to place an order, get it, stock it, okay, keep account of the inventory, spare parts, whatever it is. So this is about the, okay, what we call automation in warehouse, the advantages of it, right? Maybe you students will be studying cost accounting, where you will study something known as a lead time. Okay, the time taken for giving an order and then getting the material back to your factory. People are trying to reduce on this lead time so that you don't stock up much, so that you don't pile up all your capital at one place, but then as and when you want to produce it goes. So if you look at this real-time inventory audit, improve agility and scalability, privilege, low loss, error rate is less, okay, increase versus all this, okay, comes at 15 to 20% of your overall cost. Imagine that, right? That is something very fabulous, wherein your own return on investment is going to be very high. So your supply chain management is going to another area wherein you can use and have multiple benefits if you use robots. Okay. Now looking at the operation cost, you just need electricity. It's robotic. It's an asset, one-time investment. How much ever you want, you can use it with the proper maintenance and everything put together. So we come to this digitalization of logistics of supply chain management. Okay, and you can see how the curve is going up over there from 2020 to 2027. US would have this $1 million as, okay, yeah, you can see this during COVID we had gone down, but now we are accelerating over there. And so that brings us to the question of logistics and everything put together. Now we look at, I'm going a little bit fast because we are running short of time. Look at the industrial automation of modern, okay, manufacturing over here, right? Okay, automation we talk about, right? And so I have a small clipping to play for automation so that you can understand why automation and how artificial intelligence is used in
Modern
automation.
cars are packed with electronic systems that constantly collect all kinds of information about the on-the-go journey. Analyzing this data can open huge business possibilities, and artificial intelligence is best at that. Here's how data can become a source of business. Artificial intelligence can collect telemetry data from the user's car and predict breakdowns or schedule the next maintenance visit. AI can analyze the user's lifestyle, places he goes to, the roads he drives, the driving behavior, and so on. Based on this analysis, AI can make personalized offers with additional features or accessories. And this is not all. Artificial intelligence allows targeting offers precisely to specific users, bringing clients back to a dealer's network and reducing the number of breakdowns due to timely maintenance. Remoto is here to bring the capabilities of artificial intelligence to your business. Let's grow.
Okay, so you saw that small video on automation. So it's nothing but to collect the data to analyze and tell you about how to go about. So number one, it increases your labor productivity, reduces your cost, mitigate the effects of labor shortages, routine manual checks, safety, quality, manufacturing lead time, and all that is done. Now, you might be confused what exactly is automation, right? I'm getting you this particular picture over here. Can you see this picture over here? If you want to produce 100 products, you go for a programmable automation, right? When you want to have a flexible automation for producing 10,000 products, between 100 to 10,000, go for a flexible one. And when you want to have to produce 1 lakh units or more than that, you go for a fixed automation over there. So the fixed automation, programmable automation, and flexible automation are 3 methods for your product variety and your quantity which you need over there. Please understand that. So automation would be a systematic way of going about over there. You would have heard the term autopilot. As soon as there is a takeoff done, right? Okay, and when the pilot goes to a particular altitude, he will give an autopilot, which means there are these, okay, wherein he'll take the hands off, he'll just relax, have a cup of tea, and the flight will keep moving over there. When there is a turbulence, immediately it will alert the pilot, and then he can get into his normal control mode over there. Even landings also can be on an autopilot mode to land the aircraft, right? Okay, because it's fixed. You're going to land on a airstrip. Okay, on a land strip over there, you come and land, and you know what is the distance of your coverage of a plane, so it automatically reduces the speeds, gets the flaps out, and then you can have a smooth landing. So automation is one of the most advantageous one which you can ever have. Now this short video will tell you about what exactly is we look at automation. Look at this.
The industrial robot. It's a robot system used for manufacturing. Industrial robots are automated, programmable, and capable of movement on 3 or more axes. There are many different types of automation applications that industrial robots are equipped to handle. Often, robots are designed or integrated with a specific task in mind and tailored to meet the unique needs of that task. Some common forms of industrial robotic automation include welding, material handling and packaging, pick and place, dispensing, and cutting. Robotics are being used in many aspects of manufacturing to help increase productivity and efficiency while lowering production costs. Similar to the healthcare industry, many robots in manufacturing collaborate with workers to perform repetitive, monotonous, or intricate tasks under the worker's guidance and control. With these machines, precision is valued more than speed, as is the ability to be reprogrammed for specific tasks of different sizes and complexities. Robotic manufacturing technology is also becoming safer to operate. Cameras, sensors, and automatic shutoff capabilities enable robots to sense and stay clear of humans in the workplace. The robot's actions are directed by a combination of programming software and controls. Their automated functionality allows them to operate around the clock and on weekends, as well as with hazardous materials and in challenging environments, freeing personnel to perform other tasks.
Robotic technology also increases productivity and profitability while eliminating labor-intensive activities that might cause physical strain or potential injury to workers. Despite high initial costs, industrial robots typically deliver great return on investment, or ROI. The productivity gains from efficiency, consistency, and reduced operating costs add up quickly. Part of what has made industrial robots so popular among manufacturers over the past decade. Stay tuned to Galco TV for more tech tips. And be sure to visit galco.com to view our full product catalog.
Okay. So we'll come to the conclusion of it now. When you look at the robotic experience on manufacturing, Toyota is able to manufacture a car in 30 seconds, right? In 30 seconds, every car rolls out of Toyota's mother plant in Japan. In India too, we have come to that level of production wherein for every 2 or 3 minutes, a car rolls out in a Toyota plant in India, right? That is the scale in which this automation is done in helping us to meet up to the particular demand over there. You can see over there that it helps the producer in meeting the customer demand and remain competitive in manufacturing in a large scale in this to be a global market leader over there, right? Robotics applications are making inroads everywhere, and so we never know next where it's going to hit and what it's going to substitute over there, right? Very soon you might not get conductors in your bus. You would have a robot for which you have to just press the few buttons, swipe your card, and then keep going into the bus over there. And the bus driver would be substituted by a robotic driver over there. Please understand that. You will have a robo which drives, which helps you. Already we have robots, okay, which are customizing into various extents over there. So I will just conclude by saying that yes, it can be used to allow more rational decision making for Industry 5.0, right? Effectiveness, reliable production process by using the so-called robotic technology and artificial intelligence. Okay, it's going to be a better world, okay, with a better standard of living, and hopefully it does not substitute people with whom we have to interact. When I say with people we have to interact, I'm talking about teachers, doctors. Okay, it does not substitute those people, and we are still grounded by with the human interaction. I hope that this technology doesn't overtake us and go. Thank you so much for listening. Now I'm open for your question and answer sessions.
Thank you, sir. That was really a brilliant presentation. Thank you. Dear students, do you have any questions? You can post your question or you can unmute your mic and ask your questions.
Well, there can be only two things which we can interpret if there are no questions. Either you have understood everything or not understood anything. There can be only the two interpretations which a speaker can get. So you better ask some questions which is of relevance so that I can answer, and I'll feel happy at the end of the day that I have answered some queries from your end. So please be motivated to ask me any question, which feel comfortable to throw any challenging question to me so that I also get some insights when I answer the question.
Sir, I personally have a question.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, by seeing your presentation, I came into conclusion that there is a wide scope for robotics. And my question is there any field where robotics is not an alternative?
Is there any field where robotics is not an alternative? Is your question?
Yes, sir. Where you cannot replace robots.
Correct. I would say that we have not gone into all the fields with robotics. As it was first started with the automobile industry, and now slowly we are moving into the supply chain management, we are moving into various other fields. We never know to what extent this will impact us, right? Okay, as you are in maybe Coimbatore, you visit that restaurant, there is a robot which comes and serve you the food. Who knows? Okay, it could be completely enabled only by robots to run it, as long as it is user friendly and everything, right? uh, but nobody can substitute the personal interaction which we have with human beings. How do you feel to interact with the person sitting next to you who's alive, who's kicking, and how do you feel with interacting with the robo over there? Right? Maybe the students in Bangalore, when they got the teacher, they would have happy to have a robotic teacher in front of them. But that robotic teacher is only programmed to give answers in this particular manner. It's supposed to answer only like that. And if it doesn't know the answer, it will say, sorry, I do not know. And the personal touch will not be there. Right? Who can substitute a mother? Nobody can substitute a mother. Right? Okay. Who can substitute a father or a brother or sister? Can I say a robot can substitute a living being over here? No. So I would say that the emerging areas as of now can be in any field. It is only the personal, okay, impact on the relationship wherein robots cannot be substituted. Because when I go to a customer care, I don't mind interacting with the robot or with the customer care executive over there, as long as I get my service done. Right? That's not a problem for me. But when I have an emotion, and that emotion has to be sensed, talking to a robot, it will not have that sense of emotion to let me know whether I'm sad or angry or something. The robot will not have that a feeling over there. But then there are certain automation which is coming in, certain augmented artificial intelligence which is coming in, right? For the online examination, artificial intelligence was used when the candidate was not looking at the camera, turning this side, that side, was going to some other screen, artificial intelligence was used. If we are able to use artificial in a different manner, maybe a change in our face will tell us whether we are happy or sad or something like that. So I would say that it can go to any field, but not into relationships. I hope I have
Thank you,
answered
sir.
your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have answered my another question too. So I
Uh,
was,
there's a question. There's a
yeah,
question in the chat box. Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. I'm
yeah.
just going to the chat box to look at the question. Somebody
Shall
has.
I read out, sir?
Can you please read out, ma'am?
Yes, yes. So a student have asked that in a country like India, where we have abundant manpower, how would introduction of robotics be a boon for?
Okay, that's a good question because when computers was introduced in India, I remember State Bank of employees went on a strike saying that they are going to lose their jobs. It's going to create unemployment. Now, we all know the benefits of computers being introduced in banks and insurance companies, right? When you're talking about introduction of robotics, I'm just substituting a human labor with this robot so that my efficiency, my production level, everything scales up. Now we had people working in various fields, and even for us teachers during this corona, we had to upgrade our skills. So when we are looking at this huge labor force, now this labor force has to know that unless and until they are really skilled, they'll be out of their jobs, right? We still have potential for drivers. We still have potential for cleaners. We still have potential for service engineers. We still have potential for engineers, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. There's still a lot of scope over there, right? So if there is a will for a person to get employed, he'll definitely get employed. He would look at his entrepreneurship skills. He might look at some other skills wherein he can fit into the slot to earn a revenue over there. And if he feels that no, I'm not competent enough, then you'll find not a fine place anywhere. Yes, we do have a problem of a huge manpower, which needs to be tapped in the right manner. Robotic is not a substitute over there. Robotic is for efficiency, mass production, okay, precisely delivery on time, defective products are reduced and everything over there, which would might be on a higher note, okay, of defective products, monotonous working for a human factor to do that. And that is why we have robotics. I'm asking you to hit a nail in a wood once. You'll feel very happy to do that. Second time, there'll be a little reduction in your happiness. Third time, and then the 10th time, you might not hammer the nail, you'll hammer your finger over there. But a robotic will keep hammering it for the 10,000th time, even in the same manner. Now, can I expect a person to give that same energy level always? No. Right? And so that is where, in certain fields, yes, you need to have these robotics in order to enhance the efficiency, enhance the productivity, enhance the error rate, defective products. But there is always a scope for this human factor to do one or the other job in a better manner.
Thank you, sir. Students or participants, do you have any other questions? If you have any question, you can just unmute your mic. You can even ping in the chat box.
I think there is no more
Yeah.
questions. Let me take this opportunity to thank you, Mrs. Sharanya, for coordinating this program right from the beginning. Uh, Dr. J. Christopher, who gave a welcome address for me. Thank you, sir, for giving me a warm welcome. And I would like to put on record my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Nirmala ma'am, the HOD, who's been interacting with me for the past 1.5 months for getting this seminar in place. Thank you, madam, for giving me an opportunity to interact with young minds over there. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this international conference program at your esteemed institution. Thank you so much, and I would stop here.
Thank you so much, sir. If there is no question, we'll just wind up the session, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. It was really an engaging session. I would like to invite Dr. K. Kannan, sir, to deliver the word of thanks. Kannan, sir, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Very good afternoon to all. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful event. I am grateful to thank the managing trustee and the principal. And first of all, I would like to thank head of the department, Dr. M. Nirmala Madam, for giving strength and determination to complete the vote of gratitude for this gratitude. I am extremely thankful to Dr. M. Nirmala Madam for having given third 2 days international conference on virtual inclination of commerce and management in the arena of Industries 5.0 and valuable support to complete the session successfully. I extend my sincere thanks to our chief guest, Dr. V. Muthuruban Sir, Associate Professor, Kast University, Bangalore. I feel indebted to the participants and the paper presenters of this college and from various colleges around India. Once again, I express my gratitude towards all who have helped preciously, and I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Last but not the least, I thank all the faculty members and the students for performance their interest in this program. Once again, thank you very much to all who assembled and gathered here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kannan,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Saranya ma'am, can you ask the students to switch on their video to take a screenshot?
Yes. Dear participants, kindly everyone switch on your video so that we can take a screenshot of it. Everyone kindly switch on your video.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful presentation, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I will be sending this presentation to you. You can share it to your colleagues also.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dear participant, thank you for your participation here. Kindly fill the feedback form which will be displayed in the chat box. I thank each and everyone for your full participations here, and thank you all for listening, and thank you, sir. The feedback link is posted in the chat box.